I got a Facebook message from you today. Not so much a message, but a post that I read later. And you asked this question. Is wrestling boring right now? I've been bored by the last few weeks of Raw. Danny, this worries me because this is the first question you ask before next thing you know, we stop doing this. You just don't want to, you don't watch it anymore. You don't discuss it. So Danny, where does this come from?
I don't think this will lead to me not watching wrestling or not wanting to talk about it, because I sat through the years that you ran away from. I have never had a time where I wasn't watching wrestling in some form. I've had long periods of time where I didn't watch the other shows, like, you know, maybe I didn't watch SmackDown for a while, you know, or you know, I don't watch like NXT or ECW, which I still you know, wouldn't, but I've always stuck through for at least Raw. But now what worries me is that Raw is kind of boring for me, and I don't know, like when they have an off week, I'm okay with it, but it's been several. I would say everything since Extreme Rules has been like kind of blah, and then a couple of them before Extreme Rules were
Danny,
pretty blah.
Wait, I'm surprised because has Raw ever been this thing you can't miss? I mean, as bad as quote bad as you think it has been, it's still. Yeah, that's a weird question because it still can't miss for me. At its worst, as you seem to think it's at, I'm still pumped for next week. I watched this week, and as much as I could criticize it and make jokes and laugh and act like I'm so cool, so much cooler than it as I wear my Zack Ryder shirt, I still look forward to it and I get excited for it. So this seems deeper than just because it's never that great. But you're starting to lose the fire, Danny.
I tried to put my finger on it before, and I was going to ask you if it had something to do with the blending of the shows, where it's this weird thing that, and if anything, I think it should make SmackDown boring, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Like you have on Raw, everybody, there's no brand split anymore. So like that, I mean, you can throw that out the window. But what ends up happening is now twice a week, like, so you're building, if you were just building a Randy Orton versus Sheamus, like, I get to see them fight in some form of a tag match on Raw. And then you go to SmackDown, and I see them fight in some form of a tag match. And then on Raw, I see them fight in some form of another kind of match. And it's like I'm getting double build-up for these feuds, but they're being half as creative getting me there. So I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of run its course where I want to be deprived of seeing these guys where I think it's being oversaturated.